Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, everybody. Live at University of Oregon for the launch of Hard AF Seltzer. And then there's a little game going on here, just a small one. The Ohio State University against Oregon Ducks. Is it Oregon or the Oregon? What do you guys go by, Jonathan?
Sko Ducks?
No.
Is there a fly? Do you guys do anything with a fly or the hands or anything?
Oh, Sko Ducks.
We're with the one and only Jonathan Stewart, one of the best to ever do it from the University of Oregon. Welcome to the show. You going to the game tomorrow?
I am going to the game tomorrow. It'll be my second time watching an Autzen Stadium, Oregon hosting football game. I'm excited because I live all the way in Charlotte, North Carolina, and while I played, none of the games really matched up with a bye week. So the only time I really watched a football game was on TV. I traveled to Seattle to watch UW, UW Oregon game, and I went to the national championship game when they played Auburn.
Well, now that you guys are in the Big Ten, they'll probably be at least in the Northeast a little bit, right?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Penn State.
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah.
Plan on going to that game.
When's that?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's in 3 weeks, actually, because we're there. And we're
there?
doing NIL deals there. So, yeah. So we have University of Michigan, University of Illinois, and then we just signed a big one this morning in Penn State.
Penn State.
Yeah, it's a big one.
So Oregon's on your radar.
Oregon is on the radar. Phil Knight has not returned any of my phone calls.
I must be busy.
Well,
is he?
He's 86 years old is what he is.
Maybe
he doesn't
the
know
people that work for him are busy.
Yeah, maybe. But let's get into it. Since we're giving back 10% of our proceeds to NIL at those 3 schools now, and we're looking to expand, do you look at today's current NIL model and just cry of like how much money you could have gotten paid in college?
Man, I think about that very often.
Because you were what? 16th pick in the draft?
13th pick.
13th. So
13th pick overall.
You would have made some money in college.
I would have definitely made a lot of money in college. And you know, I'm not upset. I'm actually happy for the college kids now. But I definitely think about, I could have definitely used some help in college. You're talking about, in the summertime when you're staying here for summer school and you got summer training. And, yeah, they feed you at, after practices and all those types of things. But back in the day, when you're at home, you're on your own. Yeah. And so I remember having to savor Hostess donuts throughout a week so that way I had something sweet to eat.
But that's that's actually fucking retarded. That what is essentially a professional athlete is eating shitty food, right?
Yeah.
Like
you shouldn't allow that.
Man.
There should be. I should have had enough money in the bank to be able to go and actually go out to a restaurant with my teammates to eat and replenish yourself on a weekend where you're not having to be at the stadium.
I mean, even when you're not playing games, actually it might be worse doing 2-a-day practices and working out. You're burning like 3,500, 4,000 calories a day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Minimum.
It's like how are you? You're not getting that from Hostess Donuts.
No, you're not.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, you need to replenish that body the right way. But I'm pretty sure now they got all the things, right there at their disposal.
Yeah.
And so,
this is a big problem we've got in the active military as well. So my buddy Ramon Colon Lopez, who's the former senior enlisted advisor to the Joint Chiefs, and Robert Irvine, that big bicep chef, they're working on revamping the military's food because right now if you go into a DFAC, a dining facility, it's all processed bullshit.
Yeah, MREs.
Well, no, it's not MREs. They cook some of the food, but it's like a lot of anything that comes in a bag or a box, you probably shouldn't be putting in your body, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not good for you. But that's the military. It's the same thing. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, they all they care about is results and the results in the times. Once you start getting schools and you're getting programs that are starting to perform better because they are starting to educate themselves on, our team isn't eating sugar or they're not eating Red 40, and we are actually winning more games. It's all about the competitive advantage, right? How can we, be competitive? It's not necessarily, no organization's looking at it as, let's protect our players. Let's protect, what our investment is. They're looking at how can we compete and be better. And unfortunately, that's what it takes. Rather than it just being in the reverse, like how do we just keep everyone healthy? Like how do we, help these kids excel and develop in the right way?
Yeah.
So that way they're not, 5 years down the road having, ailments.
Yeah, because their first instinct is going to be, well, we're having a high rate of injury or whatever, so we need more players.
Right.
Not we need to take better care of our current players, right?
Take care of the things that you have.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up, right?
Yeah.
Take care of your car, wash your car, so that way God bless you with another car.
Yeah.
But are you looking at what's currently going on in the court system with Reggie Bush suing to get NIL money? There's a few other athletes that are suing their own universities to get essentially reparations, it seems like.
No, it's not that. It's back pay.
Back pay, what they're owed.
Yeah.
I think it's smart. I mean, I might look into that. Who knows? But, especially a guy like Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush has done so much for the game of football. He's done so much from the sense of how the culture shifted as far as, the style. I want a one-arm sleeve underneath my jersey. He did so much in the sense of, bringing the excitement to the game and everyone wanting to wear the number 5. And he didn't receive any penny from that. Only thing he really received was criticism of, shame on you for taking money. Now everybody's like, hey, college kid, here's some money. Yeah. And he's sitting here like, what? I'm still punished for all this? And it just took them this long to get that Heisman trophy back to him.
Yep. So
that's insane.
He's got the Heisman back. Now he's got the lawsuits going for NIL. Is this going to be an Ed O'Bannon situation where maybe there's a class action lawsuit and everybody goes back to their universities and says, hey, Jonathan Stewart, you were one of the best there is. God knows how much money you personally brought in for the school, how many jerseys were sold with your name on the back, and how much money the school made off of you. Potentially, I mean, this could be massive.
This could open up a can of worms. I didn't think about that.
Because Oregon's not like Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, LSU, a team that's been for 30, 40 years in and out of the national title conversation. You guys kind of established this place as a football town. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. Made forget about thousands and millions, billions of dollars in revenue generated from that stuff.
Yeah, I look at guys like Dennis Dixon, who was my quarterback when I played here. Joey Harrington was really the catalyst. Then it was Dennis Dixon. Then it was Marcus Mariota. Then it was Justin Herbert. And then in between, you have guys like myself. You have Kenyon Barner. You have LaMichael James. You have Anthony Thomas. You have all these guys that have driven, the wherewithal of there's a state called Oregon. It's Oregon, but that has really good football, and it's a beautiful part of the country. No one knew anything about this place until football came to fruition.
And also the best jerseys. But you can thank Phil Knight for that, to be honest.
Uncle Phil is what we call him.
Yeah.
Was it really? So when you go to school there, do they tell you, hey, you're going to get the best Nike shoes, the best jerseys, the best clothes, everything else? I mean, how do they finagle that? Because it wasn't allowed back in your day of just giving you free clothes.
It wasn't necessarily the talk of you'll get free clothes. It was just more so this is the culture. This is the expectation, and we are a school that's based off of innovation. Do you want to be a part of that? The answer is yeah.
Yeah. And then you come here, it's beautiful. The aesthetic's amazing. We have not been to the stadium yet, but it's nothing but rave reviews. I even heard Chip Kelly in a press conference last night because he's returning to Oregon for the first time in a long time. And he said, hey, I miss it, and it's beautiful. And he goes, right around those 4:30 p.m. games, which is what this will be tomorrow night, he said the sunset is incredible, the atmosphere is incredible, and it's loud.
Yeah.
Why is it so loud with a 54,000-seat stadium?
You know, I think obviously our fans are absolutely ridiculous. You know, the student section, they understand the assignment, right? And they go in and they are balls to the wall, 4 quarters. And I would say the way the stadium's designed, you know, you're really close. Like the field, like the bench, the sideline bench, you're really close to the fans. Like literally, like I can go get a drink of water and go give a high five to a fan if I needed to. That's how close the football field is to the seats. And so you're just basically, as a fan, you're sitting on top, just looking down at the field. And so it's very intimate.
It feels like a gladiator arena.
Gladiator,
Very gladiator, yeah, very gladiatorish, but very
I mean, that's
intimate.
the way it's supposed to be, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. But to, you know, Chip Kelly's point, I mean, it's a beautiful atmosphere. I mean, you have a day like today, or like yesterday was a perfect example. You guys got in late last night, but I was walking the campus and just kind of reminiscing through, like, you know, my walks to class and the leaves on the trees changing colors, all the things you appreciate more when you're older. But it's a beautiful part of the country. And when people come here, you can, you know, to play these games, it's like, oh, it's so wonderful and so peaceful. And you get out there as a football player, it's a fist fight.
Yeah.
You get punched in the mouth, you get woken up real quick.
Well, you grew up not too far away from here, right?
Yeah, Washington State, born and raised, Fort Lewis, Washington. My dad was in the military, Army. My brother's also in the military. But yeah, man, I was a military brat, born at Madigan.
Your brother's still in now, right?
Yeah, my brother's still in.
What is he, like a colonel or some shit? Or major?
He's a colonel,
yeah.
And he is teaching at West Point.
Yeah. That's a pretty sham job.
Yeah. He actually just moved. He just moved to Texas. He finished his duty there at West Point.
Where in Texas? Like El Paso, probably?
Yeah, El Paso.
Right on. And for us, this is my first time here to
San
Oregon.
Antonio.
San Antonio.
So
he's
at Lackland Air Force or something?
My information's a little thrown
I don't
off.
worry about it. Well, we've been drinking all day. Who gives a shit? Jonathan? It doesn't matter here. I'm 8% all morning long.
8%ers over here, baby.
Yeah. But you're also the first black man I've seen in Oregon, which is nice.
Hey,
it's my
I'm
first
here.
time here. So, yeah, cheers to that.
Shout out to all the black people y'all know.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all stand up for them.
And whoever listens to this show, you know we have a black man quota, and we filled it for the month. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
So, like,
hey, have more black people on your show. You'll get more reviews. I'm not sure if there'll be good reviews or bad reviews. But
Yeah. Time will tell on that one. We'll see how it goes.
But as far as being a fan and all that other stuff, do you get to go on the field? Like tomorrow, will you be on the field? Because you usually say all the old players on there.
Yeah.
And then what's that like? Do you talk to the running back and say, hey, man, I'm seeing this, this, and this? Do the coaching staff let you do that?
No, I wouldn't dare. Because if I was playing running back and I was in college and an old fart like myself comes up and tries to give me any like pointers during the game, I'm going to tell him, back off. You should have came yesterday.
Really?
Because you don't want to necessarily like last minute having people in your ear. If I see Jordan James, all I'm going to say is just go out there and be a dog like you've been this whole entire season. Mm-hmm. Nothing else.
Over/under on yards for him against Ohio State's defense.
Over 150.
Oh, man.
That's crazy talk right there.
I mean, look,
150.
I like the confidence, but that seems very unlikely to
I don't
me.
think your defensive line is that physical.
Wow. This is nuts.
I think the Iowa game last week, you guys did really well against an Iowa team that isn't an Iowa team from last year. Iowa last year was pretty good. They lost some players, some very key players that no one's really talking about. And so It's going to be an interesting game. I feel strongly about our offensive line and what they can do in the running game. But as far as, Ohio State and where they are, I don't think you guys have been really put to a test. So you can't really –
which is very true.
You can't really say.
You've got players that, for Ohio State at least, that haven't played a full game.
Yeah.
Because there's been blowouts. Everybody's been sitting out, so we don't know the potential of this team yet.
Yep.
And it's hard to judge. Now, obviously, with the NFL talent on both sides of the ball.
This is a game where there's a lot of NFL scouts here watching those one-on-one matchups.
I mean, these are two of the best 3 teams in the country, probably. Texas is the other one.
Easy
Alabama
money.
and Georgia seem like they're not really into it this year.
Alabama right now is licking their wounds.
Yeah.
Let's take a drink to that.
Yeah, exactly. Pour one out for Alabama fans.
Roll
but I'll say
fuck
this.
on out of here.
Ohio State fans, you got a guy named Chip Kelly, and I'm scared.
I would be too.
Because he's back in his element now.
He's back in his element.
He
Two of the
doesn't
three
have
best
to
backs
deal
in
with
America.
He doesn't have to deal with recruiting.
Yeah.
All he has to do is just go to his office. He probably stays at home most of the time and just creates havoc with plays that he just creates in his mind. And we haven't seen anything from Chip Kelly as far as what to expect.
No, they haven't done that. They haven't had to pull anything out
Nothing.
yet.
Or is it on purpose?
It's definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
A lot of coaches do that, man. You have the first 5 games of the season where you're like, okay, we don't have to do anything but do bare minimum to beat these teams. Ohio State has done that. And they haven't had to keep their starters in until the third quarter, fourth quarter, right?
I mean, Greg Maddux used to do that shit. You know the pitcher, Greg Maddux?
Yeah.
Did you watch that documentary they did on him?
I didn't.
So he tells this story. Eddie Perez, who was his catcher, tells this story where they're playing a regular season game and they're playing the Astros. Jeff Bagwell is hitting. And he's like, it's a 2-2 count or something. He goes, hey, I'm going to throw him a high fastball and let him hit it out. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, just wait. He does it. Jeff Bagwell rocks it like 500 feet or some shit. And then it's the second round of the playoffs. And he goes, hey, I'm going to throw him a changeup now. Inside it, he's going to swing and miss. Watch. And he did it. This is like 3 months later.
Yeah.
So.
Chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
It is.
And I think, like, one of the things that Oregon has to be prepared for is the double move routes, right? Because they've been doing a lot of tunnel screens, bubble screens. That's Chip Kelly one-on-one. And he's going to do it, and it's going to work. It's going to pay off. You're going to give up some plays. You're going to give up the 10-yard, the 15-yard scampers. But you got to stay disciplined. You got to keep everything in front of you. Because the moment that you try to bite on that bubble screen.
Yeah, he's just waiting for it.
He's going to have that receiver hit that double move and take off streaming downfield, and there you have the explosive plays. We can't have explosive plays on defense from the Oregon squad tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be
a long day.
A long day.
It's going to be a long day.
And I think you're in for one, Jonathan.
I hope
I
not.
love it. Jeremiah Smith and the boys.
Yeah.
Let's go. Most
Dude.
exciting 18-year-old I've ever seen.
Man,
Jeremiah Smith.
that dude could play.
I don't think he's caught a ball with 2 hands at all this year, right?
We've got 2 true
one hand.
There's 2 true freshmen in college football right now, wide receivers that are lighting it up. That kid from Alabama, he's 17.
Yeah.
Well, I
17 years old.
He turns 18 this month, I think.
Yeah.
He caught that ball, and it looked like he had a glitch, like a computer glitch.
Oh, my God.
I checked my screen. I was like, yo, dude, is that? Oh,
Did he
yeah,
freeze?
he's still going. He's still going.
I don't remember wide receivers in college when I was in college doing any kind of shit like that.
Or even starting at 18 years old.
Yeah, 18 and playing that. No, there was 18-year-olds playing, but playing like that, never seen it.
Never.
Never.
I want to ask you about the NFL draft. Obviously, you finish. You have an excellent career here, superstar. Where are you for the NFL draft, and what is draft night like?
So I got drafted, and I was hurt. I was banged up. I had off-season surgery. I had a toe surgery coming out for the draft. So I was actually at home in Washington with my family, close friends. And, you know, it was the day of spring. It was a spring game for Oregon. So all my teammates were here in Eugene, and I was in Olympia, Washington with my family. And I remember, you know, walking the backyard with my walking boot because I had surgery. Everyone's saying that, oh, man, he's going to slip down to the second round and might not be a first-round pick. Lo and behold, Carolina Panthers called me. My agent calls me, said, hey, man, Carolina Panthers going to pick your 13th pick. start breaking down, crying. My family's there, we're crying. A surreal moment, right? Given my situation. And then all my teammates call me and like, yo, man, you got to come back down to Eugene so we can celebrate. And we just got done with the spring game. It'll be amazing. I stayed in Washington and hung out with my family, but eventually I did make my way back down to Eugene and celebrated with my boys, man. It was a special moment.
And then you get to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Then you got Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah, me and D'Angelo Williams.
Are you guys still friends in real life? Because he's the coach of UCLA.
Well, that's Deshaun Foster.
Oh, Deshaun Foster. I'm sorry. Yes,
Deshaun
correct,
Foster is the coach of UCLA. So he was before me.
Yes.
D'Angelo Williams, Memphis. He's a Memphis legend, college football Hall of Fame. I had a great opportunity to come in and have a guy that took me under his arms, taught me the ropes, and basically, man, they just handed us the ball whenever they were in trouble. It was easy, and that's why they call us Double Trouble.
And now you still live in North Carolina to this day? Still
live in North Carolina with my family, my wife and kids, 2 daughters, 7-year-old, 3-year-old, Kaya and Nora. They basically rule our world.
Yeah, and I've got a house in North Carolina. We love it.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're going through some hard times right now.
Yeah.
How is it? Dan's been helping out with some of the relief efforts there with Save Our Allies.
Yeah,
how is it there on the ground?
I haven't been there personally, but I follow people. We support Independence Fund. They do a really good job of, rescue missions and just getting in and getting people out. So they're literally there, boots on ground, just coordinating all the people. A lot of people have showed up big in donations and whatnot, almost to the point where they had to tell people to back off a little bit because it wasn't safe. But Western Carolina, man, just imagine, just getting your world rocked because there's a flood in the mountains, right? Yeah. It's something that you're not expecting. People don't have flood insurance, and you got to think to yourself too. Not everyone has the finances to really get out of a situation, or to say to themselves, "Oh, my house is gone. I'll just build another house." No, that's not how this goes.
No.
People are literally, they have no answers. They're going day by day, on foot for the most part, because all the roads are closed with the trees laying in the middle of the streets. Some streets are gone because water just washed it away. But it's awesome to see that people like Luke Combs taking an initiative. He's having a concert at the stadium. David Tepper and the Carolina Panthers are hosting that, and they're going to do a really cool benefit here in the next couple of weeks to make sure that they're doing their part of just basically helping out, and that's just the beginning. This is something that's going to last for years.
Yeah, yeah, years. I mean, some of our assessments are. A lot of those mountain towns aren't going to have power for months.
Yeah.
Right? The city of Asheville will be fine. Some of the cities like Chimney Rock is completely gone. Right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of rural mountain houses up there that just are disconnected from the world in a lot of ways. We still don't know how bad the damage is, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going there next week, actually, on Monday, to start doing some on-the-ground assessments of what it's going to take from us to make these people whole again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be honest, we really have no idea at
You
this
won't
point.
know until probably a couple months.
Yeah.
But
we're going to have to excavate
you go,
it.
let me know, because I'll be back in town.
Yeah, I'll be there Monday. Tuesday morning, we're going to start going up there. Sean Lee, we're going to go up there with him and do some stuff. I think my buddy AJ Buckley, the actor, is coming with us as well.
Okay.
So we'll see about it. Yeah, I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And last but not least here, because I know you're going to your high school football game tonight.
Yep.
Want to let you go and party. You coach now.
Yeah, man.
And how is that? And what was the transition like once you retired from the NFL and then walking away? Was there a nervousness about what you were going to do next in your career?
God bless me to play a kid's game.
For 10 years, too.
Yeah,
where the average career for a running back is 1.6 years.
Yeah, it
right?
went down, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, no, for an NFL player, it's 3.5. For a running back, it's 1.6.
It used to be 2 something.
Yeah.
Used to be. Not anymore.
Used to be. But no, man. I was blessed to get paid a king's ransom to play a child's game. And when I retired, it was pretty easy for me because I had guys like Christian McCaffrey, who came to the Carolina Panthers, and I was one day watching practice because that's what vets do. They watch practice.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him run routes as a running back and breaking Luke Kuechly's ankles, Thomas Davis's ankles.
Luke Kuechly, like Hall of Fame linebacker.
Luke,
you know what I mean? Like,
and I'm like,
not some scrub.
I can't do that, and I don't want to do that. Watching him run around the way he's running around hurts my body. And so having guys like that make it easier to depart. Not only him, I went to New York for my last year. We drafted a guy from Penn State named Saquon Barkley.
Who's, by the way, you're a pretty big dude. We're pretty big dudes. His legs are bigger than both of our legs.
Massive.
It's weird how big his legs are.
And he moves like a cat, like Odell Beckham. Odell was on our team, and watching these guys pre-practice, pre-game, jumping around, doing acrobatic stuff, I'm like, I can't do that either. So when you come to the idea of retirement, and I got hurt my last year in New York, it was easy, because it's like, I can't compete at that level, and I don't want to. I don't want to take my body through the ringer anymore. So it was an easy transition for me. Got into real estate because that's the stuff that I was doing when I was investing while I was playing. So it made sense to me. So doing the real estate stuff, me and my wife do a TV show local called Lately with Jonathan and Natalie Stewart. And I have a digital marketing agency based out of San Diego that I'm co-owner of, called The Coast Creative. I golf, do a lot of golf content now, so keep up with that.
It's working for Bryce DeChambeau, right?
Yeah,
it's like 4 or 5 million views per video.
I'm not planning on getting there. Just more so an outlet for myself because golf is one of those things that help me with mental health. Like when you retire, you got to think to yourself, man, I've been playing football for all my life. I like competing. Where do I get that from now? From golf.
Yeah.
And I get to be able to, hang out with my guys and, connect on, cool levels of, just talking, right? Every now and then guys need to talk out, the stuff that they're going through. Yeah. So it's really cool to just be able to have that outlet.
It's also a very humbling game to play.
Oh, it's very humbling.
For somebody that's been like a top tier level athlete your whole life, and you're like, motherfucker.
Why did the ball go all the way right to that person's window? Hopefully they don't know it's me. But no, and then now I got coaching, right? Coaching middle school football.
Was it a conscious choice to choose younger kids to coach?
To be honest, so I coached with Greg Olson and Luke Kuechly. Two teammates of mine.
It's the best coached middle school team of all time.
Two Hall of Famers.
Probably. And they basically pulled me in. They wanted me to coach youth football when Greg's son Tate was in youth football, but now he's in middle school. They transitioned to the middle school level. I'm like, hey, look, Luke was like, hey, I'll do your podcast because I do a Stu and the Crew podcast for the Carolina Panthers. He's like, I'll do your podcast if you coach this year. I said, deal. So now I'm coaching, and it's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Like the running backs, I got a guy named Sawyer and LJ. They just do exactly what I tell them to do, and then some. They're so talented, hardworking. This age is so impressionable, and it's awesome when you get an opportunity to basically help mold them into who they want to be. And
with all you guys, are you dominating? You got to be winning every game.
Yeah, so we're 6-1, and we just beat a team called Canaan. They had a kid that played quarterback, number 11, and he's been just terrorizing everybody. So Wednesday had a game. I was actually on a flight here, so I missed the game, but I saw them before I caught my flight. And I'm on a text message with Luke and Greg, and they're just basically showing me all the videos and like straight domination. We beat them 38-7.
Oh, wow.
And this was a team that was undefeated, and our kids were the whole week were just like, hey man, it's all about the ball. Like, if I had to tell any team in a locker room about why you need to win and how you're going to win, it's about the ball. You do not matter because the only thing that matters is the ball. Once the ball is snapped, it's all about the ball. If the person carrying the ball is the most important person because he has the ball.
Yeah.
No one else matters. It's about the ball. And once the whistle is blown, then you can be a human again. You can be a good teammate. You can be, a comrade and say, hey, that was a good play.
Yeah.
But once the ball is snapped, nothing else matters besides that ball. You have to attack and dominate nonstop. And that's that's the aggression that we want to pour into these kids with the game of football, because that's what it should teach you. Mm-hmm. Life is not all about you. Life is about serving others. Life is about other people. It's about this group of guys right here. It's about you. It's about you. It's not just about me. We have to figure out a way to be able to, live amongst each other in as much harmony as possible, right? And obviously nothing's perfect, but if we have that, dialed in somewhere up here, and we can teach these kids that now, the world will hopefully be a better place for them. So.
And then lastly, your shirt, is that Ducks of a Feather?
Yep, Ducks of a Feather.
That's the new show.
Yeah,
well, not new, but it's the current show.
It's the current show with me, Kenyon Barner, the other Oregon Duck legend. And we have a podcast that basically is centered around NIL. This podcast is basically driving eyes and awareness and hopefully opportunities to raise money for NIL for the kids of Oregon. So just continuing to just do what seems fit in the sense of what my belief is, and my belief is in youth and leaving a legacy for them.
Well, look, we're happy to help out with Hard AF Seltzer.
Yeah.
We've chatted with Oregon earlier in the season, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. So we're down to help Oregon. You let us know when we're good.
Hey man, we were talking. I was on a text thread already with some guys, so hopefully things get panned out.
Perfect. Prediction for tomorrow's game?
My prediction will be 34-21 Oregon Ducks. Jordan James will have
over there.
Jordan James will actually have 160 yards plus.
Oh.
If they follow that formula, that would mean that Ohio State's offense is on the bench.
That's true, yeah.
That's true.
And that's the key to success.
That's
for
Oregon's
Oregon.
only real shot to win this game.
You got to keep them off the field.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta keep them off the
Iowa
field.
tried to do the same by bleeding the clock last week. It was very smart. It worked for a half.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State exploded after that. D'Anthony, what's your score tomorrow?
I've got it 36-21 Ohio State. That's what I think.
Yeah. Oh, then you're going to hate my prediction then. 38-24. Buckeyes by 2 touchdowns. Let's go. Chip Kelly unleashes Judkins, Henderson. Jeremiah Smith will have a one-handed touchdown pass again.
Well, that's probably
Only
true,
knows.
yeah. And by the way, your boos mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Jordan Birch.
He's dead inside.
Jordan Birch will have a lot to say about that, because when we run this ball, that means that Ohio State's going to have to play catch-up, and that means they're going to have to throw the ball, and we'll have to see what Will Howard's all about. And when Will Howard's out there scampering for his life, it's going to be bad business, because Jordan Birch is going to be all over that.
He might not have to throw a ball tomorrow. Chip Kelly could run.
Chip Kelly's going to definitely have at least 12 design run plays for Will Howard.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just to back them up a little bit, yeah. Like if you can draw one of those linebackers out of coverage, that's always a good thing, right? Because I agree. I think Will Howard's probably the weakest part of their offense, frankly.
Yeah.
Right. No offense to Will Howard fans.
We haven't really seen what Will Howard
he
actually
doesn't
does.
have to do much, so
We'll
we'll
see,
find out tomorrow. Jonathan, great guy.
Yeah, man, thanks,
we appreciate you being here. We know you got your high school football game tonight. And Oregon legend, let's have a huge round of applause for Jonathan
Stewart.
Stewart.
Man, that was fun.
Man. Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Yep. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you, sir.
Go Ducks!
got some of the listeners here from Oregon. Are you a true Oregonian? Is that what they call it here?
Born and raised, been here 25 years.
What's up with the Oregon thing that some people say? I don't understand that.
I've had Oregon and Oregon.
It's Oregon, goddammit.
Oregon.
I really don't know. We just call it Oregon here.
Oregon?
Say what? O-R-E. Say that word.
Oregon.
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 Oregon. Are you an Oregon donor? Is that
Not yet.
not okay? Because I'm trying to establish what it actually is. I'll mispronounce it for the next 30 minutes. I have no problem with that.
Oh, we know you can't pronounce for shit, Ross.
Oregon.
What's his name? He just told you his name. What's his
Ryan
name?
Kirkpatrick.
There we go.
Good job,
There
Ross.
it is. Look at that. Only this is the guy from NSYNC, right?
Yeah, that's
Chris
my uncle.
Kirkpatrick.
Well,
We've done a show with him before.
we did.
A couple shows,
and
actually.
that's the crazy part. I remember doing the show with the guy from NSYNC. And then now you're his brother, right?
Nephew.
Okay, nephew.
Yep.
Where were you born in Oregon?
I was born down in Coos Bay.
Oh, Coos Bay.
Yep.
Shit. All right. I'm a diehard Prefontaine fan. Everybody's telling me when I walked into town that I've got to go to the shrine. Where is it, and what do I do there? Do I put Nike shoes there and pray? How do I give
I
my
honestly
respects?
couldn't tell you, but you might want to do some sort of.
You're not a
voodoo
true
ritual.
Oregonian, then. I'm sorry. He's the most famous Oregonian
That was
of all
before
time.
my time, Ross.
Who's the most famous Oregonian here?
Here or in
No,
general?
from the state itself. Like, who's the guy that you're like, all right, great, this is our dude? Phil Knight.
Yeah, Phil Knight.
Made Nike, did everything else. Anybody else that was born and raised and they done good here?
Prefontaine.
Prefontaine, right? That's kind of it. Love Prefontaine. Did you see the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, which one was better? The one with Billy Crudup or the one
There
with
was
Jared
two?
Leto?
There was two.
It was two, yes.
I'm sorry. Let me
couldn't
stop
tell
you
you.
right there. Tanya Harding is from Oregon.
Oh, Tanya Harding's from Oregon? You fucking losers. You fucking losers.
I got to tell you, I'm very disappointed in all of you today.
All of you. Phil Knight versus Tanya Harding. Who wins? Tanya Harding. What has Phil Knight ever done? Nothing. Some running shoes? Tanya Harding won a silver medal, I think. Or maybe a bronze? Was it a bronze?
I think it was lead.
Whatever. Her sex tape rocked. It was the best.
Also,
Whenever you're shooting on VCR tapes like that after your wedding, I'm all in. I loved every second of that thing.
Ross, I know I'm in the wrong town to be saying this, but we do have us Oregonians that aren't liberals have a little bit of a bone to pick when it comes to the Hard AF thing. You should get it into the Oregon State Stadium as well.
Oregon State Stadium.
Yes, so
I'm down.
I know there's a lot. Everyone here's Duck fans,
Yep.
but I'm in the timber industry, and most of us in the timber industry love Oregon State, not necessarily because of the sports, but because they're a forestry, ag, and engineering school.
Okay.
Versus the Ducks are a liberal arts school, and we all know this.
Well, that's fine. Dan said the Thai food is amazing here. Is that true?
In
Yeah.
Portland. I don't know about wherever the fuck we are now.
I have no idea, but we've seen a bunch of Thai restaurants on the drive, and I was like, oh, all right, this must be your thing. That
Some of
and
those
craft
might have
beer.
ladyboys on the back.
We
Oh,
don't.
you got
Yeah,
little
we
lady
don't.
boy?
We don't kink shame here, obviously.
I'm looking at a few of our listeners here. There's a lot of lady boys who
There's a few
have been
sus people
turned
out
out,
there.
I think.
Oh, yes.
I think there's a lot of you. I'm going to say 7 or 8 of these guys have been turned out by ladyboys where it's like a lot of shame, a long shower to where the hot water runs out and then it starts to get cold and then you have to hop out because you feel bad about your life. And that's what I'm seeing out here in this crowd. What?
I think you're right.
You got to go to work tomorrow, and it seems
I
like
was
you've
supposed
done
to go to
it.
work today, but I said fuck it.
Well, cheers. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
How long you been listening to the show?
I want to say I'm a day one homie, but I'm about as much of a day one homie as I can be without being in the first year because me and my buddy, we started listening in like 2016 when we were still in high school, and we've been listening every day ever since.
Hey, we're unbelievably grateful, man.
Yep.
And thank you for coming out and supporting. You coming to the tailgate tomorrow?
I won't be there. I'll be at work.
Oh, you got to work tomorrow. What
Yep.
do you do?
I actually own a logging company.
No shit.
Yep.
How Oregonian of you.
Yep.
I imagine everybody's got a logging company up here.
Sort of.
Yeah, my dad worked for a logging company when I was a child here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, like it's somewhere around Springfield. We lived there when I was like 2, 3, and 4, I think. Yeah.
So
man.
are you a logger? Do they call them loggers?
Yeah, we're loggers. I'm more on the cutting end of things, so I come in with the machine, and then I have some hand fallers that work for me, and we cut all the trees down, and the loggers come log it.
Do you ever chop it down with the edge of your hand?
With what?
What?
Your edge of your hands. Do you ever chop down a tree with the
we're-
edge of your
we're
hand? You
edging
knife
now?
hand it.
Well, we can.
Yeah,
I
we'll
mean,
find out.
For
You
those
guys
about
will-
the eggs, we salute you.
Do you
I
ever
like
put
that.
on lederhosen and kind of dance on the logs out in the river? Does that happen out here?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Is that true?
No,
I see the
it's
shit
not-
on like
it's not
ESPN too, where I'm like,
No.
who are the logging guys who are hopping up the trees, sawing down shit, and then dancing afterwards? Like, how does that work?
Do they still do that? I don't see it on ESPN anymore.
So there's a lot of timber sports, but they don't really wear a lederhosen or do much dancing.
Timber sports.
Yeah.
Timber sports. My God, guys. If that's all you're known for, timber sports and Tanya Harding, we got some fucking issues up here. Right?
Hey, Ross, you live in a wood house, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't have a wood house, yeah.
And a wood house?
Made out of wood.
No, it's all rock in Texas, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like so there's a bunch of shale rock, at least in where we live in Central Texas, there's a bunch of shale rock all over the place. So they just dig it out of your backyard and build a house with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and by the way, not shitting on the state. Love the weather here.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's better than fucking Texas, that's for sure.
Texas
Yeah.
was 108 yesterday, so we were amped to come up here and throw on a hoodie and try to figure shit out. Big fan. We appreciate you being here. You want to get a Drinkin' Bro of the Week out?
Yeah, I'll actually give one out to my buddy that introduced me to the show. He'll be here later tonight. Ryan
Yeah,
Godfrey.
and you guys were friends in high school and started watching
Yeah, we've
the show?
been friends since we were born, pretty much.
Oh,
so
shit.
we've been friends for 25 years.
Nice.
He actually lives with me.
Nice.
And yeah, he'll be here later when he gets off work. He turned me on to Drinkin' Bros.
What are you pointing at?
Inch from your mouth.
Inch
There you
from
go.
my mouth?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
So shout out to him. We
Yep.
appreciate you being here. Who's the mother-in-law? Let's bring the mother-in-law up on the show. Yeah.
Wow. Man, she popped up.
So when we walked in, you said, hey, my mother-in-law listens to the show every single day, and she's 60 years old. You don't look it.
63.
63! Look at that. He even lied for you. He even lied for you like a good son-in-law.
That's right. Well trained.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So how did you start listening to the show every day?
I work for Joel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in construction.
You're in construction?
Yes.
Come on. Is he putting you up there, like 3 stories up?
2.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Remodel apartments.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. They might hire you for Springfield, Ohio, because they might have to remodel some apartments out there
That
soon. We
could
don't know.
happen.
We don't know. Don't bring these ducks to Springfield, I'll tell you that. You're going to lose the head of that mascot real quick out in Springfield, Ohio, okay? But thank you so much. That's crazy. He got you hooked to the show?
Yeah. I listen to you guys every day.
Are you okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
That's
I
amazing.
always got to ask, you know.
Yeah.
I've learned so much from you, Dan.
Oh, good. Thank you.
The
Yeah.
truth
Yeah.
about our government and
Well,
stuff.
it sucks. It's the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So are you excited for the election? Not excited for the election? How does that work?
I'm excited for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a lot of positivity there.
Well,
We need it.
Well, we're going to do okay.
Yeah.
I think
It'll
so.
be fine.
Yeah.
I think so. How's the last 4 years been for you guys and your company?
Well, the company's doing pretty good.
Great.
But not for the people that have to live in the apartments.
Oh,
They're
really?
really expensive.
That's what I heard. So we travel from state to state. We do a bunch of live shows everywhere. We always like to meet you guys in person and hang out and booze all day. And then also hear your stories about what's going on in real America. Because that's kind of, we live in a fantasy world. We're in a fucking studio all day with celebrities, and then we go home, and then we go back to the studio the next day, and that's it. But you guys are out here working with construction, apartments, and everything else. What's the rent like here in Oregon?
Well, our apartments go for $2,600.
Woo! In Oregon?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Is that a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom?
3 small bedrooms.
Okay, 3 small bedrooms there. What's the solution for this?
More houses.
More houses.
That's
Is it
it.
really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
supply and demand. You build more. That's it. The end.
So for you guys, is that something that's you're actively working on, or do you go to financiers? What do you have to do for that?
Well, we are not actively working on it. I mean, our company is not, but I don't know. I don't know that there is a solution.
Well, and that's the reason I ask is everybody's kind of looking for a solution for housing. D'Anthony, what do you think it is?
Build more. Right? There's two things that overcome price increases. One is to make more of the thing, and 2 is competition. So there's a really good study that shows that industries that have, and you could actually follow Warren Buffett's investments. He only invests in companies that don't have a competitor, right? So
Really?
yes, that's kind of his investment strategy, is category of one investment, it's called. So when you see high levels of competition in an industry, 1, prices go down, and 2, worker pay goes up. at the same time, which is not something that you would think would happen, but that's what happened. So build more houses and have more competition in the market. That is to say, stop BlackRock from buying houses.
Yeah.
Right?
Because that is a big issue, and we've seen it in Texas, out by where we live. Is BlackRock buying housing out here in Oregon?
Probably. Yes.
Is it some LLC that comes in and then pushes everybody out, and you're like, man, who are you working for?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do think that we should vote for Dan for president.
Oh, no.
Dan for president. What do you think?
Wait,
Dan
yeah,
Holloway
let's
for
go,
president,
let's
yes
go.
or no? Yes or no? Okay.
I know this isn't going to discourage you, but if I was president, there would be no federal government left.
We're okay with that.
I would end
Yeah.
it immediately.
A lot of people are okay with that.
Everyone's fired.
Yeah. Well, look, we appreciate you being here. I'm going to bring up your son-in-law now. Come on up, sir.
Come on, Joel.
Thank you so much. And hey, we appreciate you listening. That's incredible. Seriously, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. What's your name?
Joel Lucas.
Joel.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How long you been married to her daughter?
18 years.
18 years?
Yeah.
You don't look old enough for that.
Got married young.
How young?
22.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Just turned 40
Congratulations, for real. Like,
Thanks.
keeping a relationship alive for 18 years,
Yeah.
really, really difficult. I've
Very
been with my wife for 13, and there's times where you're like, I got to get out of here. Or you gotta...
Somebody in the crowd just yelled out 40, like, what are you doing, math out there? Shut the fuck up.
Fucking Goodwill Hunting out there. He's 40.
It's
He's
Friday.
40 years old.
It's Friday at 1:30, and you're doing math in a bar.
We're getting drunk. This is 8%. What's 8 times
Unacceptable.
12? Because that's where I'll be tonight. Okay? 96. I just did it in my head. All right? I'm smart, too. I'm a smart kid, too.
How do you like this green apple?
Yeah, exactly. Best in the biz.
Best in the
we
biz.
got the new flavors out here. Green
sure.
apples out here. It's awesome.
Yep.
Are you a diehard Ducks fan?
Beaver.
Beaver.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. But
Few of us out
how do you
here.
feel about the rivalry being moved up now?
That's all right.
Yeah, what was it, week 3?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
weird,
It
man.
seemed
It's
weird.
It is weird. Because my whole life it's been, Civil
Pac-12,
War. Right.
and then you go to the Pac-2.
Exactly.
So it's just you and who else stayed?
Washington State, yeah.
Washington
Well, not
State.
anymore. They're picking off Mountain West teams now, right?
Yes.
Right.
So you guys own the conference, and then you're going to have a bunch of teams in. Hopefully that'll pick back up everything.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I think it will. I mean, they're probably going to poach Boise, right? Like, all the Mountain West teams are coming over to Pac-12 now.
Yeah, I think
that's-
Boise State's coming over. There's a bunch of them. Fresno State's
Yeah,
coming
Fresno
over.
State.
So it could be a decent little conference
Yeah, it
at
will
the
be,
end
yeah.
of the day.
Right.
The weirdest part for us, especially with me being an Ohio State grad, him as a Penn State grad, is this travel back and forth across the country.
Oh, right.
I don't know how you expect student athletes to do it, because that's what NFL players are doing. And like, when are you going to school? Because right now, this weekend, we're here. Ohio State all the way to Oregon.
Yeah.
Penn State is at USC.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
Penn State all the way to Los Angeles.
But even in the NFL, the divisions, you play 2 in-division games against each team, right? And your divisions are regional.
Uh-huh.
So the bulk of your schedule is still, I mean, that's, 8 games a year?
Yeah.
You're still playing in the same general area. It's not going to be like that for college football much longer.
No. And for the fan base itself, like, what do you do? Like, everything got ripped away from you guys. What was it like waking up the next morning seeing my entire conference is gone?
I don't know. It was all right. I mean, I don't know.
Was it? You don't sound all right.
Just roll with the punches, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't really
We'll
have a
see.
choice, I
Yeah,
guess.
No choice.
No. And how long you been listening to the show?
Since 2019.
2019?
Yeah, 19. I did a career change. I used to do fire. I got like wildland fire.
Okay.
Like you were starting them or putting them out?
I wish.
Arsonist?
Sometimes. Wildland fire, yeah, we put a lot of fire
You
on the
did
ground.
a lot of, yeah. You
We
actually
put a lot of fire on the ground
Yeah,
to
that's
fight
true,
the
yeah,
fire. But I got hit by a tree in 2019 and have kids and decided to make a career change and,
I'm sorry, that's very Oregon. How did you get hit by a tree?
fighting fire.
Really?
Like fell, yeah.
Came out of the
So
tree.
now you turn trees into houses.
Kinda.
Sorta.
My grandpa started this apartment business back in the 70s, built a bunch of apartments, and now I manage them.
So the governor of our state got hit by a tree.
Yeah.
Didn't work out that well.
No.
Wheelchair!
Right. I'm not in a wheelchair.
No,
luckily.
thankfully.
Thankfully, yes.
Greg Abbott was just running, though. He wasn't actually fighting fire or anything. He was just out for a light jog.
That joke is 6 years old now, and still people yell wheelchair at me at the airport.
Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, and we love it. So I got to ask, obviously, with your mother-in-law at 63,
Yeah.
what was the decision to say, hey, Gam Gam, gonna pop on Drinkin, bros?
She was living
She
out of
gon'
state.
come. She gon' come. She gon' come.
She was living out of state, and we wanted her back home, closer to the kids and everything. So I offered her a job.
That's awesome.
That'll do
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
And then she took it, and then obviously with your relationship with your wife,
Right.
She seems rad.
Yeah, she's
Usually
rad.
a mother-in-law living this close to everybody else.
I'm actually
doesn't
paying her
work
to
out.
be here right now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on the clock.
She's on the clock.
Yeah, I think you got to give us 20% of that, probably.
Yeah, easily. I think we're owed that. We're owed that. Who would you like to give Drinking Bro of the Week to?
I'll give it to my wife.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is she the only one in the family working today?
She is. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud of you out there, wherever she is.
Yeah.
She's like,
appreciate
yeah, go with mom. Go with Gam Gams
Yeah.
and get fucked up at a bar.
Sure. I was
I'll
going to
work.
surprise her, but she it's a hot mess at work, so I blew the surprise. I wanted her to look nice, so.
Well, you look great. We'll take some pictures with you. We love your mother-in-law. We love you. Thank you for
Love you
being
guys,
here.
man.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yes, the big guy. Come on up, sir. Let's get it. Look at this bear of a man coming up. I love it. Are you going to the game tomorrow, sir?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you are. We'll
Is
be
you-
tailgating tomorrow with Richard Danoff and all these guys, raging at the game.
Yeah,
Do you live here?
there's going to be a lot of red at that tailgate, by the way, so there might be some shit might go down, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, some things might go down.
We settled on the field like gentlemen.
We sure do. We sure
yeah.
do.
We
Have you
could-
lived here your entire life?
So I was born in Torrance, and my parents moved here when I was less than a year old.
Torrance,
so-
California?
Yeah. So I have zero childhood memories down there. It was all here. So just about 2 hours south of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you go to the school?
I did not. So I went to football camp at U of O when I was in high school.
Okay.
But I ended up graduating from Southern Oregon, which is in Ashland.
Is it a hard school to get into?
Which one?
Oregon.
I doubt it.
Okay. You doubt it?
I'm
Look
just
at
kidding.
that, dude.
Hey,
He
if you
just
wanna
called
get-
you guys dummies. You're all dummies out there. I
The law
love it.
school, I think, is pretty tough. I
Is
got a
it?
buddy who went there. He's actually got me the tickets for this.
You know what's weird is when I look at it on TV, it looks like a beautiful university and all that other stuff, and it seems like a smart school. And I'm thankful you said they're all dummies, and that's him. You can put the camera on him.
You
He said they're all
understand
dummies.
that Animal House was filmed here, right?
So I just learned that. On
yeah,
the way
at the
up,
airport.
tweeted you. Yes, you tweeted me, and I learned it, so I looked it up.
But
and
it's at the
apparently-
airport in the tunnel when you're walking to baggage claim in the airport. Every movie that's ever been filmed in Portland's on the wall right there.
Right, and we didn't know that.
Oh.
And then you hit me up, and then I dug deeper into it. And then I guess in the third quarter, you guys play Scream and Shout
Between
from
the third
Animal
and fourth,
House?
yeah. And then everyone freaks out. You'll find out tomorrow.
No, I'm amped about it. But so is it between third and fourth quarter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's been a tradition at college stadiums. Obviously, Wisconsin has jump arounds. Oklahoma just adopted Toby Keith.
And Florida plays Murder on My Mind, I think.
Yeah, they sure
Yeah.
do. Sure, Miami does.
Yeah.
So does
My
VTech
God.
do Enter Sandman between quarters? Or is that opening the game?
That is opening the game.
That one's pretty awesome.
That one rocks as well. I don't think Ohio State has one in the third quarter. We need one.
Kind of weak, you know?
Yeah, it is kind of weak.
Well, who's
Damn,
from
dude.
who-
Hang on, Sloopy is the fourth quarter. But we do it so much in the parking lot before the games and all that shit. It's like, okay, cool.
I mean, who would they use? Somebody who's a musician from Ohio, like MGK or some shit? They're not going to do that.
Don't you
Definitely not John
this
Legend.
motherfucker said John Legend. Not on this show. Not on this show, dude. We don't do John Legend on this show. Chrissy Teigen.
Dwight Yoakam?
Dwight
that,
Yoakam?
that could work, yeah.
My mom
He's a
is,
dick, but he's a good fucking singer.
Yeah, he is. My mom went to high school with Dwight Yoakam. Yeah. And his house was in a house fire, I guess, and he was looking for the high school yearbook. He was willing to pay like $2,000 for it. My mom was like, should I do it? And I don't know the outcome. I also don't know how she paid for college.
I
so
think
maybe
she
it was.
just
maybe
sold
Dwight Yoakam paid for my college.
She just sold him weed, I think, instead.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. No, but they were in the same graduating class. That's a true story. What would be Dwight Yoakam's song for Ohio State to come out to?
I don't know any of his songs.
I think he's got
1,000 Miles from
one
Nowhere?
big one.
I know him from Sling Blade, actually.
Sling Blade, I did too.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, everybody's asking. We know Dwight Yoakam, and he's famous, but what's the song? What's the...
1,000 Miles from Nowhere?
Oh, yeah, shit. But that's really not going to pump you up, is it?
No, but...
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere. Oh, Fast As You. Fast As You would be all right. Ohio Players would be all right. Fire. Maybe we would play Fires or something like that. That would be fun. Hang On Sloopy. Is that the Beatles? McCoy's?
Kid Cudi's from Ohio.
Oh, Kid Cudi would be great. Pursuit of Happiness. That would rock, yeah. MGK we don't do, Richard. Okay, we'll bring you up at the end. We don't do MGK, okay? Marilyn Manson's got some stuff going on right now that we can't. He's almost canceled. We can't do Marilyn Manson right now.
He's back. 9 Inch Nails. 9 Inch Nails are from Ohio.
Are they really?
Yeah.
All right,
you
cool.
can play.
God damn. All right. We have a lot of options.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Rascal Flatts. We're not doing Rascal Flatts. Okay? They covered my boys' song, dude, and I don't do Life is a Highway. They've been fucking really living off of that goddamn paycheck, dude. That's Tom Cochran. I don't do Rascal Flatts, Life is a Highway. I do Tom Cochran. Tommy Cox, dude. Life is a Highway. So tomorrow, where do you sit? Do you have season tickets?
No, a buddy of mine, I just randomly texted him, and he called me, and we were talking. He's like, hey, I got season tickets if you want to go to any games. I'm like, well, you have them for Ohio State? He's like, no.
Yeah. Very expensive.
So I was like, yeah, no worries, bro. We'll find another time. And he actually does some advertising with the team.
Okay.
So he's like, I'll see what I can do. And I was like, yeah, no worries. And then he got back to me the next day and was like, I got you too.
Awesome.
So they're pretty legit, you know.
Well, we'll be there. I think we're in section 13, I believe, row 20. So come and find us. We'll be out there raging. Obviously, we're going to tailgate together tomorrow.
I'm going to find
party.
the tailgate.
I think his mother-in-law is going to do cocaine in the bathroom now.
Is he really?
Yeah, she is.
I love it, dude. I love it.
I saw she was touching her nose and she got up and walked out.
It's
so.
What time is it here? 2:30?
Yeah.
1:30. Oh,
look,
perfect time for
everything's
cocaine,
legal here, right?
Yeah,
Everything's legal
here.
Yeah, so
heroin, meth, cocaine, everything's good.
And somebody in the crowd here brought us some Narcan too, just in case. So
oh, thank
we're all set
God!
on
Who was that? There it is. Boom, right there.
Yeah.
2 things of Narcan back there.
Yeah, we're gonna need them, boys.
That.
We're gonna need them.
We're gonna need. Come on up. Do you have the Narcan? Can you bring it up on camera? Or you're like, yo, I got a real job. What do you got back there? Come on up, sir. No. There it is. Come on up.
But first, Drinkin' Bro of the Week.
Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Who do you want to give it to?
All right, so I was on your show
Yep.
right after the draft a couple years ago, and I gave Drinkin' Bro of the Week to old Nana. She was 101 at the time. She was a Navy nurse at Pearl Harbor, like when it happened. She wasn't there. She was actually just getting home from partying because it was a Sunday morning, like right as the sun came up. So anyways, old Nana passed away at 103 on September 4th. So she's a Drinkin' Bro of the century.
Okay.
Because she lived to 103.
She's also 3 years older than Jimmy Carter. So
if he beats her, I'm coming for him. Like
Hey.
he won't live a one day after.
I agree.
Not one day.
I agree,
In
dude.
fact, I might post up like at midnight the night before, 11:59, just like finish it. You know
why
what I'm
not?
saying? Yeah.
Just put the pillow over. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Night, Jimmy. Night.
Just stuff 2 peanuts in his nose.
That's all you got to do. 2 peanuts in his nose,
It's over.
one over the mouth, and
It's
then
over for him.
he's all gone.
Yeah.
Come on up, sir. You were the Narcan. Is that real? Oh shit! Come on up, dude. Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate it.
Swap it out. Give him the microphone. Did you really bring Narcan?
Yeah.
God damn. Let's see this.
Just
so how
in
does
case-
this work? Oh, the nasal spray. Shit. I can't say who came into the studio yesterday for legal reasons, but they told us a crazy story about the nasal spray.
Yeah.
What does that do for you?
Supposed to keep you from ODing.
Is it really?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out tonight,
just
guys.
in case Gary gets a little crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, is this for Gare Bear? Did you bring this for Gare Bear?
Well, I brought it for Dan because he said months ago
That's
that
right.
he should probably have some Narcan in the studio.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
So I convinced my awesome wife back there to bring me some home.
What's your wife's name?
Tiana.
Tian. Well, is she a nurse?
No.
Paramedic?
She works in a treatment center.
She works what?
She works in a treatment center for opiate addiction.
Oh, really? For opioid addiction?
Yeah. It's crazy that one of those even exists around here.
Yeah, that seems strange to me.
Yeah, I wonder what's, right next to the building right here.
Yeah.
Maybe a opiate treatment center.
Yeah.
How far is the building away from here?
I can throw this
Next door?
Narcan and hit it. That's how close
great.
it is.
Awesome. So look, I know patients are being admitted daily and you probably got to empty their pockets. All I'm saying is bring it over here, okay? we weren't able to travel with it. They've got to get rid of it anyways. We'll inject it or do whatever the things are, and we'll kind of take care of it for you if that's cool. But the Narcan is nuts. How many times does she have to use this on a daily basis?
A daily basis? Nah.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
It's there just in case. But
Oh,
she doesn't
just
use it
in
all
case.
that often.
All right. Because you never know.
Most of the people that end up going to her are people that are trying to get help, that want to quit their addiction and fix themselves.
Got it. Because I don't know how that works up in Oregon. We've heard crazy stories, obviously. How is the drug situation here? Can you really do anything? Can you really buy anything, do anything?
Probably.
Well, they're starting to reel that. The decriminalization is starting to get reeled back in now a little bit.
Is it?
Because it turns out, if everybody's just on drugs in public all the time, it kind of sucks.
Does it?
Yeah.
If you can't tell, like, you're great at it. I'm not great at it. I'm not great at it, so I can't do it. But you were one of the best. And
I'm a role model for a lot of people.
You are a lot of drug addicts. I know at her clinic, his picture's on the wall when you walk in, and everybody kind of
Well, it
bows.
says, do not let this asshole in the building.
Yeah.
Because I keep stealing the Narcan.
People light a candle and everything else, and it's awesome. How long have you been listening to the show?
Since it started.
No shit, day one homie.
I got out of the Army in 2014 and started listening to Drinkin Bros.
What'd you do in the Army?
Infantry.
Where?
Fort Carson.
Fourth
ID.
Fourth ID?
Yeah. Fourth
good.
ID sucks.
Well, yeah, but at least you weren't down in Texas. Like a battalion or brigade of 4th ID was in Texas for a while, right?
For a while, when they came up to Fort
For no
Carson.
fucking reason.
Yeah.
For no reason. They sent a cav unit up there.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid. The Army's stupid.
Yeah. And you're out of there now. What do you do in real life?
Now I work in a mill.
Oh, in a
making
mill?
plywood.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
How's that?
Awesome.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
so much
dope.
fun. I work graveyard shifts. So
You don't
I
have to
got
talk
off-
to anybody? It's fucking dope,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
I got off at 7 o'clock this morning. I don't have to see any of the supervisors, the bosses, none of them people.
And are you just listening to podcasts all day long?
Pretty much.
Do you steal from the workplace? You take like a pocket full of sawdust?
I thought about it.
Yeah, you should. I would.
I mean, I bring enough home to bring in the shower.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can
She gets
snort that
pissed.
sawdust too. She'll bring you back to life.
Yeah,
dude.
sawdust, Parmesan cheese, there's all kinds of shit.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Give it a go. We appreciate you being here. Who'd you like to give Drinkin Bro of the Week to?
My wife, who decided to drive my happy ass up here this morning.
Fuck yeah, dude.
She rocks.
Let me try to nap in the car.
She rocks. I'm going to steal a wing for her after this show, by the way. I saw those wings. They look delightful here. Primetime fucking rocks.
Yeah, what
they're
city are we
good.
in?
We're in Springfield right now.
Yeah, so I used to live here. As a child, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
How old were you?
2 to 4. My dad was a logger here. After he got out of the
Really?
Army, yeah.
God damn, everybody logs up here, don't they, dude?
Well, what are you going to do? There's trees everywhere.
Well, look, there's trees and drugs. That's kind of all we know.
Not
but-
back then.
Yeah, not back then. But hey, thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Cheers to you guys. Richard Danoff, come on up, sir. Come on up. We'll get an Ohio State guy up here. Richard does all of our tailgates at Ohio State for Hard AF Seltzer. And then you travel everywhere all over the country with Ohio States. And the cool thing about Richard, if you're just meeting him for the first time, if you're a Drinkin Bro listener, doesn't matter what team you're rooting for, everybody's always welcome to the tailgate. You got plenty of booze, food, everything else.
It doesn't matter what race you are.
No.
He doesn't
Contrary
care.
to popular belief.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep, correct. So this is actually 11 people from the tailgate at Columbus.
They have
that
one of the
helped put us
best
together.
tailgates ever. It's like,
Yes.
I don't know if she's here or not, but there's this lady that makes these Jello shots.
Pudding shots.
Which one?
Oh, is that you?
Oh
From
my
Chicago.
God,
Love
dude.
those.
You show up, it's like 6 in the morning, and there's 1,000 of these fucking things everywhere.
Will
Oh
they?
my God.
15, up to
I love
15
it more than
different
life
flavors,
itself.
too.
Yeah,
I don't
it's the
wanna-
best.
You know what? Now that I know that it's you, I don't want to out anybody, but somebody was blacked out after your pudding shots in Richard's truck, and I don't think they made it into the game the last time I was there.
That happens from
It
time
was
to time.
awesome.
Last year.
Yeah, that
It
happens.
was awesome.
That happens.
Oh yeah, because then everybody else is giving your tickets up where you're like, hey, wake up the blacked out guy and give me the tickets, because these are pricey.
Yeah.
These tickets are pricey.
That
for
happened
tomorrow's
with,
game.
remember Beerworth and Reed White?
Oh yeah.
Blacked out at the bar, at
Blacked
Doug's
out.
bar, yeah.
Florida State versus LSU.
Yeah.
Tickets are like $500 a piece to get
Yeah.
in.
And they didn't go.
No, they blacked out at the bar.
Blacked out at the bar.
But Reed was still aware enough to sell his tickets
Yeah.
to somebody.
But he sold them for $8.
Yeah.
Bro, we can't do that.
Well, you got halfway there, like Bon Jovi said.
Yeah,
No.
it sure doesn't. That math doesn't work. That's a Kamala line. I like that. Richard, what do you think the score is tomorrow?
Ohio State by 17.
There it is.
Yeah. You guys aren't going to stop
People
our
are
run.
coming. People are booing.
Like you said, it's going to be a one-handed touchdown. You've never seen an offense like this. Will Howard sucks, but you don't need a quarterback when you've got this many weapons.
I don't think he sucks. I think Will Howard.
I think he's worse than Kyle McCord, but he can move on his feet.
No, that's definitely not true.
That's not true.
Yeah. He can't throw the ball deep.
So here's the thing about him: veteran, game manager, won 2 Big 12 titles. You're not asking a lot of him.
No,
that's
he's J.J.
That's
McCarthy.
really all you need. You're going to get one bad mistake. He's going to throw a pick tomorrow, and that's
Probably.
it. But I think we'll win by 14. So what are you looking at? 38-21 then with that prediction at 17?
I'm going to say 27 to 10.
27-10?
Yeah.
That'd be way under then.
Yeah.
Look, I'd be amped to see it.
I
Their
think
offense
old
is
boy
pretty
that
deep.
was here earlier doesn't know anything about running. You know.
Jonathan Stewart?
Jonathan Stewart. You know,
Yeah,
he's
he
like
knows nothing about being a running back,
plus
dude. You're good.
165.
Yeah.
Well, that might get 85 yards on the ground tomorrow.
No, I don't think he's getting one.
He did rush for 10,000 yards in the NFL, so we'll
I know,
see.
I'm just joking.
We'll see. That doesn't mean he's a good coach. Well, I haven't played his middle school team yet. I think we should go play him, actually.
I've got all my eligibility, and I'm just a couple summers
I mean,
older,
Connor
so,
Stallion's team lost like 64-0 the other day.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's coaching high school
high
football,
school, yeah.
right? Which is crazy to me. I watched his doc on Netflix. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Fluff piece.
Oh, he's going to end up killing
This
his
kid
family
right
or
here,
something.
Bryant from Illinois.
Yeah, where's he at?
He's on the screen up there. Bryant, that wide receiver from Illinois, Bryant, is
Yeah,
really
very
good.
good.
Weird that Illinois has a good football player on their team.
Well, Hard AF Seltzer's there.
I think
We're in the
the
stadium.
reason I brought it up is because we should probably take a little bit of credit for it.
I think we
Illinois
should.
has never
Oh, yeah.
had a good football team ever, and all of a sudden they've got Orange Crush up there.
Yeah.
And they're playing well.
We're lights out up
That
there.
and
It's the only thing that's different.
allowing them to get a good wide receiver.
Yeah. So, Richard, who do you want to shout out here from the group?
We're going to shout out Dana for the pudding shots.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, if you're able, come to the tailgate tomorrow and have some of those.
The
And
best you'll ever have.
Good luck making it home.
Yes.
Max hasn't missed a game since the early 90s, home or away.
No way. How many
over
games?
300.
No,
340.
340 games.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
So we'll shout out Max will be my drinking bro of the week.
Awesome. Cheers, Mac. Thanks for coming out, you guys. And we'll see you at the tailgate tomorrow. And by the way, Oregon fans, I wasn't kidding. Everybody's always welcome at these things. He has one of the best tailgates in the business. So we would love for you guys to all come and hang out with us tomorrow. That would be great. Thank you, Richard, for being here. Anybody
Thanks,
else?
guys.
You want to come on? Yeah, come on up, dude. Look at you. Look at you. That is Oregon right there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen hoops like that in years in a long time.
To be honest, I think you should have this.
Yeah.
No, I'm all good.
You might need the Narcan.
I'm good. The Hard AF though.
Yeah.
How many dicks have been through those? Totally kidding.
I had a girl's dad try to throw a cigarette through him one time, almost like darts.
Really?
Yeah.
Put that
Was it-
about an inch from your face. There you go, the microphone.
There we go.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm Justin
Justin, what's your last name?
Furlong.
Justin Furlong.
Yes.
I love it, Justin.
Yes.
The
You
Furlong
little
family
tweaker.
has a little bit of history with drugs, don't they?
Eddie?
Yeah.
Any relation to Eddie Furlong?
No.
It can't. Is that a combo? Is that German? You don't
I
even
believe
know.
so,
You don't even know where you are right now, do
What are
you?
you on right now?
I've a couple Hard AFs.
Oh, yeah, that'll
I
do
haven't
it.
eaten yet today. I came straight from work. I tried to come around 10. Thought you guys would be here. I was like, the
No.
guy was
At
like,
10 a.m.?
We don't show up early to shit, ever.
No.
You said all day, Ross.
No, we
Well,
weren't
all
even
day
ready
after
when
the
we got
show.
here.
Every day.
But all day after the show.
I listen every day.
Our flight got in at like 12:30 last night, so no.
I messaged. I want to say I messaged Danny yesterday on
Our
the,
social media girl,
Yup,
yeah.
on the Drinking Bros Instagram account at like 8 something. I was like, are they in town yet? I was like, I'm gonna try to hang out.
You
Not a
can't.
prayer.
I always lie to her anyways.
Yeah.
I lie to her. She's like,
I sent
hey,
her
you.
that video I showed you earlier. She never showed
Yeah,
it
so
to
this
you.
asshole made a video that's like something about OJ, but it has that Meek Mill Diddy audio over the top of it.
Yeah. Excited to hear that shit earlier.
Pretty funny.
As soon as I walked in.
It's like, hey, watch this. Oh, you got to listen.
Yeah. And so we're getting ready for a big interview with Jonathan Stewart, obviously Oregon legend and everything else. Right before we come up, he goes, hey man, I got this fucking thing for you. And I was like, oh, what is it? It's O.J. Simpson. Then it's it's the fucking Diddy Meek Mill audio. And I'm like, you motherfucker, dude.
I had
you
my youth
motherfucker.
pastor coworker have to hear that like the other day.
Oh God, a youth pastor? What's his sitch? How old is he?
Around my age, I'm 27.
Okay. What's that like? You know where I'm going with this. Should you be around kids? I don't know if you should. I don't know if you should.
This is an episode that's not getting played in the work van.
Yeah, no, not this one. Well, not to him, at least.
Yeah, not to him.
But through Christ, anything is possible. Now he can listen to it. Now he can listen to it. But for you, maybe not be around the kids. I don't know. That's just a guess.
Yep.
It's just a guess.
Yep.
What do you do in real life?
I am technically like a general contractor. I do cultured marble bathroom.
Sweet.
Like countertop, shower surrounds, stuff like that.
Oh shit, Gary needs a new
I know. I
countertop
think
down
of
there.
Gary all the time.
Yeah.
You wanna?
Are you showing us your work there?
Yeah. Here, I'll pull up.
Oh, I thought you were going to play that audio.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can do that.
I was like, no, we can't.
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
that's
in here.
dope. Shit.
Oh shit.
Gary would like that.
Gary would love a shower like that to get AIDS in.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely getting AIDS one day.
You want me to put the audio on? I know.
No,
sure don't.
not in the restaurant.
Don't need to hear it. And we've got a lady here, or two that.
Well,
doesn't need to hear
she
that
went to the
audio.
bathroom and did cocaine. She's fine, I think.
Was that what it was?
My wife did want me to tell you she loves you.
Thank you. Yeah, tell her.
She wanted me to tell you
Yeah,
that.
tell her.
Would
to say,
she pop up a picture? Let's see if she would leave you for Dan. I'm kidding. Dan's single, so if there's anybody out there,
I know. I have a feeling.
Yeah, pop it up. Oh,
Good luck, buddy.
that'll play. That'll play, as we say in the biz over here. Good for you. Look at you, dude. It's that youth pastor shit. You guys pray together and then lay together?
Every company meeting.
There it is.
Yup.
Yeah, you got to lay down in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com.
I want the ghost bed.
/Drinkin Bros.
I want the
I'm
ghost
kidding.
bed.
You've heard it so many times now in 2,000 episodes that you're like, all right, great, Ross.
Since you guys had Kirill on from Assholes Live Forever.
Oh, we love Kirill.
Which one? Which time? Like the original
I
one?
want to say back in like 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think we were in his shop in Vegas then, right?
You know what's weird? So
I believe so.
Yeah.
for all you like day one homies with Kirill and Assholes Live Forever, he just sold to Spencer's.
Yup.
So he's in all the Spencers in the malls across America.
Well, he didn't sell to them. He's got a merchandising deal with them.
No shit.
I have the backpack.
Oh, so do we. We got all the stuff, dude. We
Yeah,
love
he's.
Kirill.
It's funny. He's a good example of how people that are dirtbags are the best people in real life.
Dude, I love
Like he
Kirill.
gives 20 or 30% of the company's revenue away to charity all
But
the
he
time.
also works extremely hard.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've seen it behind the scenes, and like even though it looks like he's having a great time, he works his ass off. We appreciate you being here. Who do you want to give Drinkin Bro of the Week to?
I want to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to, I call her my wife, but she's my girlfriend. I want her to be my wife, and she listens.
Wait, have you told her that?
Yeah, have you told her that?
Yeah, she
Don't
knows
propose
it.
on the show,
she knows
asshole.
It. I've told her. I told her I want her to hear it. I told her.
Okay,
I was like,
okay.
eventually, I was like, it's gonna happen this way. I was like, if you want to be married, you got to listen to the episode of the Drinking Bros and hear it.
Yeah.
Which episode? I think Give Chippy the Bit episode is probably the one you started off with.
When I
give Chippy the
drove
bit.
out here, so I drove out here. I'm from PA, from Delco. I told Delco already.
No shit.
When we drove out here, the whole, I want to say, week-long drive from Upper Darby out here was nothing but you guys.
Oh, wow.
Nothing but you guys.
Well, I mean, she's still in now. I guess she's a keeper.
Yep.
After that bullshit.
Yep.
Jesus
I
Christ.
love her. She dropped me off with the 2 kids in the car. She's going to pick me up after this and basically let me just go after work
Hell
and
yeah,
get drunk as hell and stay with the kids.
That's awesome. Well, we'll be here partying with everybody. Does anybody else want to come up here? Yeah,
we
come
got
on
one.
up. Come on up. Cheers. Thanks,
you,
brother.
guys.
This guy
We
looks like a
appreciate
fucking
it.
cop or something.
Yeah. Are you a Fed? You're too jacked and white, dude. You look like Derek Chauvin. You look like you're ready to kneel on a black guy, dude. Like, I'm kidding. You're ready to take somebody's life, aren't you, dude?
What's what happens when you get divorced?
No, it's fine.
You
It's
gotta
fine.
do the anger some way.
We're going to have you on for 8 minutes and 48 seconds. Kidding. I don't know what the actual time was.
46.
But, 46. Tell everybody your name.
Aaron Pomerlew.
Oh, what do you do?
I do electrical testing and I work at facilities in Bend.
Okay.
At the
Bend,
hospital.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
I'm like about a mile away from the Blockbuster.
No shit.
I'm sorry. A what? Is that the last one?
The
Okay.
last one. Yep.
The last one.
I was going to grab a shirt before I left, but I didn't have time.
You should have. So we've talked about this on the show in the past, actually. How is the last Blockbuster, and are they still renting?
Yeah, they're still renting. It's still very active.
Rent what?
Is it DVDs or
It's
VCR
DVDs
tapes?
and Blu-rays.
And Blu-rays?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Laserdisc?
They probably have one in like a little display or something.
Because I'm going to pop in and watch Howard the Duck tonight to prepare for tomorrow's game, so I'd like to get a Laserdisc of it.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
that's a documentary about the school, I think.
It sure is, dude. Howard the Duck is a true story. It's a doc about you guys. How long have you been listening to the show?
Since I got out in 17.
Got out of what?
The Army.
What'd you do?
I had 3 home enlists. I was 91 Bravo mechanic, then Sierra striker, and then reclassed to Prime Power.
To what?
The 249th Prime Power, like.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Where were you stationed at?
Schofield.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Bragg, and I got out of that.
No, Hawaii's better than Bragg, but.
Oh, yeah.
Like even Schofield Barracks is better than Fort fucking Bragg.
Yeah,
Believe me.
I got out of that, and a bunch of my buddies are in Florida right now, working with
Hell
FEMA
yeah.
in the FEMA yard.
Sweet, nice.
Doing all the emergency gens.
Man, this guy's made out of metal too. Delco, what
Yeah,
are you
he's
doing,
made out of
dude?
metal. You have a metal plate in your head?
Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Wait till
We'll
tonight,
get there,
dude.
yeah.
We're
After-
going to get that inserted over there. Pop in some Narcan. Fire it up, dude. Fire it up. Who would you like to give Drinking Bro of the Week to?
My buddy, we're mechanics, and he got me talked into Prime Power, so it helped my career going.
Hell yeah.
Dan Wadham.
Nice,
Awesome.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
him
yeah.
and his wife are great people, kind of helping me deal with, get rid of the ex-wife and everything else.
Well, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Was it your fault or hers?
I filed.
You filed?
Yeah.
What was it?
She got knocked up with some other dude's kid.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
that'll do it.
We got a Springer show now. All right.
I could.
When did you find out that she was knocked up with somebody else's kid?
My oldest tried to tell me.
Tried to kill you?
Tried to tell me about it.
Oh, tell you. I was like, Jesus
and
Christ.
I thought she was being a dumb teenager. I'm like, you think she would keep it? And I come out about 6 months after the kid's born. It's like, oh, look how pretty your daughter is.
Was it black?
I'd ask.
It was a ginger, so close.
Oh, it was a ginger?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm not sure how that's close to black, but yeah. I
Well,
mean,
no, but it's still shocking, right?
Albino.
Because you're expecting, a clean white baby to come out,
Blonde hair,
and
blue
instead
eyes.
you get this fucking Irish, Braveheart kid that pops out of the vagina, and you're like, that's not mine.
Braveheart was Scottish. But,
Whatever, man.
yeah.
I don't fucking know. I'm not going there.
No one thinks you know, bud.
Yeah,
don't
not
worry.
going there
you don't
for spring break.
Yeah, you don't need to say that.
So what did you do?
I was a pussy about it, and I let it go for a couple years. And then I found out, like March of last year, she was continually going back over here because we lived over in Central Oregon. She was coming back here to see him all the time and give him visitations and whatever the fuck else.
Wait, visitations? Is he in jail?
With the baby, dumbass.
Oh, with the baby. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know the way that all this was going. I thought it could be like an inmate.
No,
and
she-
then, maybe she was a CO.
He's a veteran, but he's a fucking one of those bitch ones that, that's got 100%. And I'm like, oh, everyone, I'm entitled because I served my country.
Yeah, like this guy. Yeah, I understand it. I served at Olive Garden, and it's like, dude, I'm the real hero, obviously.
It's like, dude, I'm fucking working 50 hours a week. I got medical retired and everything else, and I'm still fucking trying to kick ass and support.
Sure. So what was the end result of that?
I still have to work trial date.
Oh, TBD.
No way.
Yeah.
TBD on that one.
Yeah.
damn.
I'll tell you the crazy story I had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Pop that about an inch from your face. There you go.
Yeah. So it was my middle one's 16th birthday, and she's been just bleed to be dry with money anyways. Tells me $4,000 ain't enough to support her.
For the wife or the 16-year-old?
For the wife.
Okay, gotcha.
So she tails along to dinner.
Yep.
And just being a bitch. It's like she starts drinking, I'm not feeling good. She starts making fun of my oldest. My oldest has tiny feelings. She's 18, just emotional. And she hasn't let me barely see my 10-year-old in the last year. I have custody of my 16-year-old because my 16-year-old doesn't want to deal with her.
Yeah.
She's like, she's crazy. I don't want to deal with her. All right, staying with me. And So get down the road. I have my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old with me, and she's following along with the 3-year-old and the 18-year-old. Her and the 18-year-old get into it. She kicks the 18-year-old out. 18-year-old calls me. I pull alongside the road. It's like, Mom, just kick me out. Blah, 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 blah. My ex pulls up beside me. So I tells my 10-year-old get out of the car. I'm like, no. I try to pull away. She backs in, like damn near hits me and blocks me in. I throw it in four-wheel drive. She gets out of the car, tries to pull my 10-year-old out. Four-wheel drive finally kicks in. I gun it, and all of a sudden I hear a whimper after I pulled out. I ran her over.
You ran who over?
My ex.
Holy shit!
Dude,
you ran over your ex-wife?
Did you notice how quiet the crowd got because they want to hear every fucking detail of this shit?
We're in a bar live in Oregon right now in the middle of the afternoon. You fucking ran over your ex-wife?
Yeah.
So what happened? Broken legs, arms, body?
I don't know how much she's bullshitting me. She says she has a punctured lung, broken ribs. She was out of the hospital within a day and a half.
She was out of the hospital for a day and a half.
After a day and a half.
Was she wheeling out?
She had a walker when she came to the house.
She had a walker? Tennis balls on the end of it?
Yeah.
Wheelchair! Tennis balls on the end of it? Like, what happened?
I don't know. She really did, like. She wanted me to bring the 3-year-old because the cops didn't say I did anything wrong.
Okay.
I mean, technically, it's attempted carjacking on her part, legally speaking. But.
Wow, dude. This is Oregon. This is what I signed up for when I came here. I knew it. I knew it was going to be drugs, people running over ex-wives, fucking Narcan. Like, this is everything I hoped it would be.
Well, I work at the hospital she got put at.
Oh, my God. You didn't have sex with her while she was under, did you?
Oh, no.
Okay,
I
cool.
go there. She wants the 3-year-old, bring her down. I'm like, dude, she's sleeping. I'm not taking her down there. So I go to bring her shit, and my 10-year-old took her phone, and I didn't realize it was in there. She's like, where's the 3-year-old? I bring her shit.
Yeah.
And I use my badge not thinking about it because I'm used to working there.
Sure.
I checked into the front desk, and they said what room she was in. So I go to her room, drop her shit off. She's like, where's the 3-year-old? I'm like, she's at the house. She's sleeping. She's with our oldest.
Okay.
You're not her fucking father. You piece of shit. You need to bring her down there. You fucking threatened to hurt her. I'm like, and I fucking walk away trying to de-escalate the situation.
Wow, dude.
Well, it sounds like everything's going great.
It's fantastic.
It sounds like everything's going great here.
I mean, I'm not a marriage counselor or anything, but probably don't talk to her much.
Oh, she has no accountability. She don't give a fuck.
No,
she just wants to fucking ruin me.
Yeah, you probably need to get out of that, like, forever. Never turn back. Shit, maybe move to a different country, change your name, you know? Like, I mean, you've got to get the fuck out of there at this point.
Oh, yeah, when she got served with the divorce paperwork, she gave it to my 10-year-old and ripped it in half and sent me a picture of it.
Oh, my gosh.
Like Nancy Pelosi with the State of the Union, right?
Yeah. You know what I would have done when you had her phone in the hospital? Looked up the boyfriend she cheated on you with, and then blasted him a picture of your own dick.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would have been rad.
That'd
just be like, cool, man. Are you slanging this?
Well, the dude's so much of a pussy. Like, when she came back to the house to grab her shit, like, after she had discharged, he just stayed down the road.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at? In like a trailer or like a fucking Motel 6?
He was sitting in his, Challenger? Yeah. He was sitting in his Challenger.
He was sitting in a Dodge Challenger?
Yep.
God damn. How worse can this story get? Like, I love it, and I'm all in, but holy fuck.
If I had, like, the Facebook pulled up and everything of what she wrote and, like, everything else, it's freaking nuts.
This whole story's nuts, dude. I love all of this. This is fucking Oregon, guys. This is what I came here for. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't even care about going to the game now.
Me neither. Anybody want our game tickets? Like, I'm all good. I kind of want to just go to this guy's house and see the fucking ex-wife roll up.
Yeah,
like, that's all I want to see.
Oh, she's walking around now.
She's walking around now. Who's she getting fucked by?
Oh, probably anybody and everybody.
Perfect. We got to go, guys. Good night, everyone. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. This is the wildest story of all time.
I think we should get a couple of lawn chairs and just go sit in this front yard for a couple of days.
Yeah,
right?
or just log. You got any trees to chop down? We'll show up with homeboy and just log in your front yard.
There's not much
the
in Central Oregon, but
rolls
yeah,
out.
you can see like it was a freaking essay she wrote.
That is,
oh yeah,
that is.
You
the
know
Great
how you
Gatsby
respond.
Chapter 1.
Whenever a woman writes that many paragraphs in a row, you just put the letter K. Send.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't see it. My mom could see this, and she sent me what she wrote on there. It's like, on Wednesday night, after leaving my daughter's sweet 16 birthday dinner, my estranged husband took off with our kid that he has not had.
We're good on that, friend.
Yeah,
we can cut that off there. A nice K at the end really gets a woman. K, and I'll see you later. And
That's what she wrote on Facebook. I can't see. She has me blocked.
So do you want to give Drinkin' Bro of the Week to the guy that was boning her, or no?
I probably should, give me fucking freedom.
What's his name?
Brian Bumgardner.
Brian Bumgardner.
Here's to you, fuckface.
Here's to you, bro. You've changed some fucking lives today. And this is one of the wildest stories we've ever heard on this show. Holy shit.
I don't think there's any better way to end this show than that right there.
I don't either. If there's anybody else that want to come up, you're welcome to, but how do you top that? Oh, are you going to top it? Come on up. Fuck it. No, it's fine. We'll end it with you. We'll end it on a positive note here. Not with Brian Bumgardner's bullshit. Holy shit. It's a pleasure, sir. You're a bear of a man, too. I wouldn't fuck with you. Come on up. You got a Washington State, who's that, Cougars? Cougars, man.
My wife is a duck.
Your wife is a duck, and you're a cougar.
Does that make you Haitian? How's that work?
Yeah, how's that work?
I like a good cat here and there.
There you go. Cheers, friend. What's your name?
My name is Joe Gafford.
Joe Gabbard? Gifford.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Kathy Lee.
It's like
Kathy Lee.
Gifford, but Geffert.
Oh,
Kathy
Gafford.
Lee?
It's
No?
Germanic. It's all good.
It's weird.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm terrible at it, anyways. You know I was going to mispronounce it.
I'm done talking about names.
You promised me a hard AF. Can I grab one of
Sure
them?
can, friends. There you go. Cheers.
That's the only reason I came up. I'm just kidding. I'm a huge fan of you guys.
It tastes like a peach Jolly Rancher, so.
I'm going to take your word for it. You're going to talk. I'm going to drink.
I am, yeah. Go ahead. So with that, how long have you been listening to the show?
2020.
2020? Shit, so during COVID?
During COVID, a buddy of mine, Ryan, turned me onto the show. And we were working together at the time, and he's like, dude, you got to check the show out. Kind of a...
Well, how did he explain it to you? I'm always curious about that.
Yeah, same here.
He said it's right up your alley, is what he said. I come from a military family. I never served myself. My mother was a...
Not even at Olive Garden.
Not at all. Not at all. No tours of Italy.
Yeah.
4 tours of Italy I served, friend.
I appreciate it. I appreciate your service.
Yeah.
Manicotti shell still stuck in my legs.
Anyway, my mom, real quick story. My mom retired. She's deceased now. Retired Air Force, 26 years. She was actually one of the first actual female first sergeants in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Patreon? No.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's one of my drinking bros, I guess. But anyway, she passed away 2020. Quick story. March 8th, 2020, the week that COVID started, right, for all of us. She passed away, unfortunately, untimely. So we had to drive all the way across to Alabama. Dan, this is kind of where you come in a little bit. She was associate director of the Homeland Security Department in Montgomery, Alabama. She was one of the founding members. Posthumously, I think they named the naturalization room after her, which is great. Love you, Mom.
That's, by the way, the naturalization room is where people get sworn in when they get their citizenship. For those of you,
That's
Thank you. Yeah, it's a life-changing experience if you ever get to do one of those. The legal process in this country used to be a great fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway,
it is a bit of a moment to see a bunch of people from shithole countries get the best reward ever, which is to be an American.
It really is. I mean, can we get a round of applause for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, Ryan turned me on to the show. He said, God, you got to listen to it. It's a whiskey and cigar buddy, you know. We Marco Polo, if you ever use that, back and forth, the video app. It's so good. He said, you got to watch this. I've been a fan ever since. I identify with you a lot. We had kind of a similar upbringing, but you know what? As soon as I figured out you guys were going to be here when you announced it, I knew I was going to go. Had to kind of coax the wife a little bit.
Sure.
We've got a 3-year-old, but I told her, kind of been joking, hey, I'm going to go down there. I think it was on Saturday. She's like, ha, yeah, right. And then by Tuesday, she was like, so what time are you going to be back? And so it's been a good time so far. I'm going to hang out with you guys and drink a little bit more, but getting kind of long. I want to bring up the Drinkin' Bro of the Week.
Absolutely.
If I can. So it is an Ohio State connection. My dad's side of the family is from Eastern Ohio. Sebring. I don't know if you know where Sebring
Ohio.
is.
No, but I had one of those rental cars.
Yeah, right.
Delightful. Delightful. I got it in a convertible.
So
got it in a convertible Sebring. It's delightful. I had a white one.
So Akron, Alliance, Sebring, if you know that area at all.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not.
I can smell those fucking tires as soon as you said it.
It's less great now. This is my cousin Joe, Joe Amabile.
Hold it up to that camera right there. There you go.
This guy right there.
Yeah, boom.
Right there.
Okay.
Joe Amabile and his wife, Jenna. Joey unfortunately passed away. He's a police officer in Alliance. And he was also a member of a lot of fraternal organizations in the area. Just a great guy. Huge Bucks fan. He was a Youngstown State grad. Huge Ohio State fan. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I don't want to give the drinking bro of the week. He passed away during COVID. It was just the weirdest fucking shit. It was he had a heart attack. He was 36 years old, and he had 2 kids. And Jenna, his wife, he left behind, and it's kind of a pillar of our family. You know what I mean? Which I think has happened to a lot of folks. So it's kind of picking up the pieces, and just want to give a shout out to my cousin Joey. My name's Joe. Our grandpa was named Joe. We have uncles named Joe. And Joe Amabile is my drinking bro of the week because we miss him every day. And I'm kind of torn. You know, my wife's an Oregon Duck, and we got all the family that's Ohio State. So I just say go ahead and have a good game, and we're going to try to beat Fresno tomorrow. But other than that, Fresno.
You just told an amazing story, and then you ended with, "I hope we beat Fresno for your school."
Aaron Judge. I don't know. That's a different sport.
Different sport, but we love you, and we appreciate you being here.
No, I appreciate you guys.
For real.
Thank you so much.
And to everybody who came out today, D'Anthony and I are going to hang and booze all day. Talon from Day One Distribution. Hey, thank you for picking up the product, put it in the States. We're going to get rocked on it all day.
Drink some more Hard AF.
Hard AF Seltzers for sale here. Primetime Sports Bar here in Springfield, Oregon. Thank you for having us. We greatly appreciate it. I know it's not easy. Hey, it's noon, and we're going to bring 100 people to a bar on a Friday. I'm sure the staff is working overtime. I promise we'll tip you heavily. We always do. And we always support local businesses and small businesses. So thank you for having us. Thank you guys for taking time off of work. Chances are all of our listeners actually do work because they're not Democrats. Kidding. So you probably had to take the day off to be here. So thank you for being here. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. All of us will be fucking that guy's ex-wife tonight. I'm kidding. I love you. That's the craziest story I've ever heard. But we'll be at her house later tonight. We'll bring some Hard AF. I'm kidding. Over there. Thank you for being here. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast live from the University of Oregon. Good night, everyone.
Right on.